Okay, that's dope. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. I was like, I thought you were warning me, so I wouldn't say anything weird. Like, freaking, like Marshall and his egg. Yeah, they're gonna think Marshall the Vampire King. No. Yes, we're starting a thing. Marshall Lee, the Vampire King, lays eggs. Well, I think his instinct. He's running more on. Marshall's definitely running more on anxiety at the moment. Um, he's just trying to make sure like it stays alive. So he's always worried about like the temperature it's at, if it's doing okay. Like he'll put his ear up to it just to kind of listen to it to see if he hears anything. So like especially once it starts developing a little bit more, he'll like knock on it. And I think if like a little like tap back would be very funny. And would scare him, but he'd be like, "Oh, okay, you're fine." But I think he's also just worried. It's like, well, how hot do I keep this without cooking you? Because it's not only a dragon's egg, it's a hellhound egg, so it's gonna be pretty warm. Like it's gonna be sauna warm to be happy. Mhm. 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 Yeah. She's living her dream. I have a daughter in you, Marshall. And I get grandbaby. She's loving life right now. Oh, you're working on Techna? We still in chat. Yeah. Mhm. She looks like she's about to do Tour de France. Oh my god, yes. Mhm. Mhm. Sweetie, before you get too deep into this, you're doing the pose again. I just thought you wouldn't know. Uh-huh. Yeah. And it's very much the same. I can't. I only make fun because I do the same. That is my go-to pose for everything. Cause it's just dynamic enough. But yeah, I don't know how you. Hmm. I mean, at least in a way that she matches like the rest of them. Techna's design is just really weird. Hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. It's just such a good pose, though. It's like the perfect like floaty about to go into action pose. Hmm. Hmm. Gotcha. Oh, did you get a chance to read what I wrote about Ash last night? Like I was starting to fall asleep. I'm like, oh, because the reason I think I haven't been like thinking about doing a lot with like Ash and Mari's because I just didn't have a lot of depth to Ash. She's kind of just living her life, and just enjoying things. But I think her depth is that um, I think one, she puts a lot of her value in like the things she's good at. So if she doesn't like, so like especially with school, she's not very book smart like John and Helen are. So she doesn't put a lot of emphasis into it until Ritia comes around and makes her and kind of and shows her it's like, yeah, you can do this if you apply yourself. You got this. And then just also how she feels very untouchable just because she's so gifted in magic and how strong she is. And I think it would be a really great conflict if she met someone who could like match her and beat her, and it would shake her up real bad. Yeah, Ash, because she's like a thrill seeker. She kind of takes a lot of unnecessary risk because she knows she can handle it. She doesn't really see a whole lot of people as a challenge, but the moment that she is met with an actual challenge, like met with like someone who could take her down, it would freak her out really bad. I don't know. Hmm. Well, I mean, they've never been in a situation, I think, where they've had to fight each other, you know? I don't think so. I think the closest would be is if Ash was being a little too much, like a little too arrogant, and Mari was like, "Oh, I could take you," you know, and then like proving that she could take her, and then Ash would just be a little shaken by that and not know what to do with it, not know what to do with this new information. Like not like an actual fight, but you know, like sparring or something. Hmm. 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 I think it would be at first it would be fine because or it would be fine until Ash realizes that she can't break the magic. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Which would be It would be an interesting conflict for the both of them. It would definitely take her a minute of just like, oh, uh, I need to go home. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And see, this is why. Hmm? And see, this is why we're messing with them now, so we can figure that out. It would be interesting though, because I feel like that in turn would put a weird strain on on Ash's relationship with Quinn. Just knowing about like his powers. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's not like. I'm trying to figure out if like he would be able to do the same thing to her or not. But I don't think she would want to take that risk. I mean, she's Quinn's aunt. Yeah, before he kind of like realized like, oh, this is bad. I shouldn't be doing this. But I mean, she wouldn't know of it because I think John, as he's a toddler, would warn her that he's testing his limits of his magic, and that's one of the things that he's having issues with, or not issues with, but like having a problem like, huh? It does look good. But yeah, it's either that or John warned her to like be on guard with that. But I don't know. I think she would probably, instead of it being like a gentle like, hey, don't do that. I think if it happened after what happens with Mari, she would like kind of like snap at him. Like wouldn't hurt him, but would yell at him, and then Quinn would like not know what to do with like fun. Aunt Ash just yelled at me. That's a good question. Um, like we're kind of like I feel like um we do jump around, so I'm like it depends. Like when is Ash in college? Um, yeah, so she's definitely so Micah's definitely not around yet. Is what I would think when this happens. I think Quinn would probably be like I don't know, between 6 and 10. Somewhere in that area. Like he's still a kid. Still a kid, but not like but not quite a teenager yet. Or maybe just starting to enter teenagedom. If Micah's around, he's like baby. Mm-hmm. Well, I say that if he's still having issues with control with no, Quinn kind of carried that for a while, so never mind. I was about to say that I feel like it'd be more like a younger Quinn would do that more than like a tween Quinn, but no, I think tween Quinn still has his moments. Yeah, I feel like that would end up being like a good thing for him in that would be people that he would feel more comfortable around. If that makes sense. Yeah. Mhm. Because I think, yeah. Because I almost want to feel like, especially when Quinn's younger and he's still trying to control it and take hold of it, that sometimes his own emotional reaction might influence people, not like heavily, but enough where he questions it and he worries about it. So like having someone that's like completely not like um affected by it is very comforting to him. Hmm. So, but yeah, no, I can still see Ash like if she, especially if it's like very soon after and still kind of shaken up by it and trying to process it, she would snap at Quinn, and he would be upset by it. Okay.